Mr. Genius Idiot. I love that name.
You don't see.
I need that. So I need that sloppy. That sloppy. Like a Chevy in quicksand. Yeah.
Like this sunset is.
That sloppy.
This feeling is unmatched. This feeling is brought to you by adrenaline and good rap. Black Pendleton, bar cap.
Never having a positive male role model in my life affected me greatly. My opportunities as I was growing up, especially when it came to like male role models, were very limited. And so I had ended up in situations with women in my career where I was making terrible choices. And that's because I had never really had those options given to me when I was growing up. The men that I used to see growing up weren't the best of men. And it affected the way that I was in my relationships as I've gone on in my life. And so I had seen people make such bad decisions in terms of emotionally and physically, like in terms of like just taking care of your body. I never saw people who really gave a damn, you know? I just saw people kind of coasting on life off of other people's work. And it's that now I'm at that stage where I've seen myself do that when I was living abroad and I was living in a different country, bro. I wasn't self-sufficient. I wasn't independent. I didn't have my emotions right. I didn't have my physical body looking any better than what they were, you know? And it was like, yo, like these things stem so far from the past, from when you were a child, that it affects you when you start to get older, when you start becoming an adult. And I was like, yo, I've got to change this, bro. I've got to change my life. I've got to change the habit and be the change in my family's lives that they haven't ever seen. Like the stress that has been involved seeing women have to put up with bad men, you know, it's heartbreaking. And I'm one of them bad men, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, I'm not trying to improve, but don't get me wrong, I've already made my mistakes. And I'm just trying to fix them one by one. And that's why I'm documenting this journey to like discovering myself and what I'm on this planet for, what my purpose is, how I can be a provider as a man. Because that's when I read my Bible, that's what it talks about. It talks about a man not just being someone who lazies about and does nothing, but who actually gets up and stands up for what is good, who is able to communicate in a way where people understand him and he understands them. And like when I look at the world right now, I realize that a lot of men are in this bubble. You know, we're stuck in this moment of adolescence where, you know, we're struggling to find money, or we're struggling to find partners, or we're focusing on the wrong thing. We're not focusing on how to fix the problems that we already got. And that's me. Like, I remember being in Canada, living there, and just, bro, I'm just lazing about. And only till I came back to the UK where I got hit with rock bottom, basically. No girl, no car, no job, 8 bags, 10 bags in debt, fat, miserable, gone back to a tiny little room, not even in my own place. That is what I came back to after realizing where I had went wrong. I've started realizing more and more and more and more how essential it is to have my finances straight, how essential it is to not be looking at the pleasure websites, how essential it is not to be lazy. Because when I was living there and I was in a relationship, I was everything that now I would never want to be. I was obese. I had no sense of fashion or style. I didn't make videos. I didn't care about what I was doing. I couldn't care about how I was communicating or how I was talking to people. I didn't care how my emotions were, how that can affect people if I don't know how to communicate what I feel inside, how much resentment that can build. I was just basic because I'm not actually doing any of value to anybody, not even myself. And so now that's why I'm taking that opportunity to say, you know what, I'm not gonna give up and let myself fall into the same old pattern again. I'm not gonna let myself destroy me from the inside and self-destruct. I don't want that. I've been praying, bro. I've been praying, God, take away the lust, take away the bad financial habits, take away the stressful attitude that I would always used to have, take away the inability to sit down and focus on something that I'm passionate about. And now I'm at this point where I just go out and record content because Why not? I got the camera, I got a tripod, I got mics. What is the excuse? And there is no excuse. What is the excuse not to go to the gym? There is no excuse. What is the excuse not to get my financial practices back into better order? There is no excuse, because all of those things are to better me down the line. If I stay in bed, what is that doing for me? Not much. It's just giving me an extra 30 minutes of rest and sleep. If I don't go gym, what is that doing to me? All that's doing is not allowing me to work my body so that I'm able to have a stronger body later down the line. If I spend too much, what is that doing to me? That's making sure that my bank account ain't ever gonna see no savings. And now I'm like rotted. Like there was a choice. There was always a choice. But it's like we're deciding in this new day and age the comfort lifestyle. And don't get me wrong, I get it. The comfort lifestyle is easy. It's quick. You can order food straight to your yard. You don't have to cook. You don't have to go out to the supermarket and do that. You don't have to go holler at a girl, you know, that you're trying to court and you're trying to date. All you have to do is just go online and scroll and see some booty. But at the end of the day, it's not the real thing, and it's not going to provide you with a sense of responsibility and a sense of confidence, man, that you did it because you're a man and you said that I'm going to sort my life out. And that's what I'm coming to now. I'm coming to that realization that I've got to take that step into not adolescence anymore, but the step into manliness and manhood. If anyone else is going through similar problems, please tell me. I would love to know. I would love to hear what you guys' experience is. But yeah, I just want to get to that point where my little sister looks up to me. Like, yo, I'm the brother that did it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm the brother that made it happen. You know, I want my cousin, my little cousin who's free, to see me in 10 years and be like, raw, like she mentions my name, you know? I want to be that man that my grandma never got to see when she was growing up and in her life. Like, I want to be able to be that provider and show them a life that they never got to see. And as I see the skylight today, I'm like, yo, there's nothing that I got to fear or worry about. You know, I got to trust in God, trust that Jesus is going to lead me into the direction that I need to go. And, you know, I want my kids to feel comfortable when they're growing up. You know, I want them to see like a loving relationship between a man and a woman, between husband and wife, between, you know, two people who genuinely care for each other and feel responsible to uphold that. You know, I don't think I've ever seen that in my entire life. I've only seen a lot of broken relationships, a lot of people having problems with each other that don't know how to communicate, that don't know how to resolve issues that they've got, and they hold all this pain in. And I was like, yo, I don't want to do that to my future kids. I don't want to do that to my wife. I don't want to shout at her for no damn reason, you know? I want to be able to just be like, yo, look, I'm here to listen to you, take care of you, and be the man that you want me to be. And also me already being the man that I want to be. Hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on YouTube. I'll be more than happy to collaborate and create content with you guys. But thank you so much. Peace out from your boy LJ.
Everybody's fugazi, I'm just changing the channel. Kendrick Lamar, the people's champion, I'm animal for analysts. Career damaging versus meditating when candles lit. I like my raps extra prolific. Since freestyling, no lunch tables and park benches. And I won't mention my 10,000 hours in training while juggling game banging. My balance and was tremendous.